Before you all start sewing your project, I need to show you two different stitch options you have. In order to do this, you need a couple of things. You need 2 pieces of scrap felt, your needle, thread, and scissors. We're going to double up our thread on our needle and tie a knot at the bottom. You're going to place your 2 felt scraps on top of each other, like so, and then grab your needle. This first one is called a whip stitch. So we're going to start from the back of the top piece of felt, so that way we hide our knot. And then we're going to stitch from the bottom. So I go from the bottom and through both layers of felt. Then to take my next stitch, I go a little bit over and then up through both pieces of felt. So it whips along the outside of my fabric. The thing that I like about this is that it's super easy to do. The thing that I don't like about this stitch is that it's really easy to make it look messy. So if you choose to do this stitch, try to keep your stitches even each time. Then to tie a knot, we're just gonna poke down to the center in between both pieces of felt, make a loop like we did the other day, and tie that knot in place. And then you will get some scissors and cut off the extra thread. On the other side of your felt, we're gonna do your next stitch, the blanket stitch. So again, we're gonna put our needle through just the top layer from the center, so that way our knot is hidden inside. And then I'm gonna go down through both layers of felt and make sure that my thread is under my needle. So what that does is it creates kind of like a loop along the outside. So again, I'm gonna poke my needle down through both layers of felt, so it's coming out the back, and before I pull it through, I'm gonna make sure that the thread is underneath the needle. In order to finish this one off, I would poke my needle to the center in between both pieces of felt and tie a knot, just like I did with the whip stitch. So these are your 2 different stitch options. So you should have your 2 different stitches. And then this is just an example of a blanket stitch, and then you'll see on the inside there's a lot of knots. So make sure you take a picture of your work and turn it into canvas.